We asked participants why the church is so afraid to proclaim the love and justice of Christ in a world thirsty for it. Various good ideas were offered, and then a United Methodist pastor who had been quiet before bellowed out, "The problem with the church is that nobody actually believes in resurrection." It was clear that he wasn't saying that we need to enforce a stricter orthodoxy or arguing about whether the resurrection was a literal bodily event or more spiritual. What he was saying is that regardless of what our creeds or confessions or Easter attendance numbers say, we are not living as a people whose God is primarily known for entering the depths of death and despair and making all things new. My name is Weston, and I have served as president of KEM since November of 2011, and as many of you know, for almost all of my life I have been a United Church of Christ Christian. Since 1865, KEM has held many names and been a visible expression of Christian unity and common mission in this state, bringing together folks from many Christian traditions. But for the last several years, KEM languished, and the question, what should we do together, became harder to answer. But I am proud to stand before you and say that KEM tasted death, but has been resurrected into new life. And God is resurrecting the church to renewal, and is resurrecting our communities to be more just, peaceful, and whole. And we all get to be part of that work, bridging lines of difference and division to live out the mission of Christ as one people. This is what Jesus so fervently prayed for, that they may all be one. But the renewal in the life of KEM is not for an organization with incorporated after its name. It is for the renewal of the whole church and of all God's creation. In the past year, through intergenerational vision gatherings, regional listening events, networking and conversation, a retreat here in Wichita in August, we've seen the Holy Spirit at work. We've been transformed by God's abundance. There's new leadership, governed by an intergenerational leadership team of people passionate for the work, committed to building a grassroots community of individual diverse Christians, serving as a network that empowers Kansas Christians to stand together in faith for what they believe, to live with hope that God's kingdom of justice and peace is realized on earth, and to unite in love to make it happen. See, God has given us everything we need to renew the church and bring justice and reconciliation to this state. But it will not happen if we all try to go it alone. God calls us to live and proclaim the gospel together. So it is time to join with God in the work of renewal and resurrection in Kansas. The KEM report is in your binder, so I'm not reading from that. And the KEM display is out there. You know, you can talk to some of us. You can sign up for our newsletter. You can see if you want to join one of our resource teams or pass on thoughts to a vision team which is working on a strategic plan to be completed on Epiphany. Our God is in the business of transformation and resurrection. And we are all invited to be part of it. Thanks be to God.